Starting a business is a lot like fruits and vegetables to where in one condition they can grow perfectly and at another time they can't grow at all. And that's no different from business. I've been doing a lot of research lately on why some businesses fail and why some succeed, and I've come to the conclusion that relating it to fruits and vegetables are the best way that I could possibly put the situation. Some businesses have the best idea, the best advertising, the largest budget you can think of, and they simply still fail. And that is because of one of two reasons. That is because it's either too early or too late. And the reason I relate this to fruits is because you could either plant in the spring where it will, depending on the fruit, it would bloom perfectly, and in the winter it can't grow at all, and you've wasted your time planting it in the first place. Timing can definitely be one of the most confusing aspects of any business, because how do you know if you're too early? How do you know if you're too late? Most entrepreneurs have to face this fact at some point, because a lot of us actually just take the first idea we have and we run with it and throw our money into it. We make it happen, which is what entrepreneurs do, and we take that chance. And most times it doesn't lead to the outcome that we want. What does that mean for many entrepreneurs? It doesn't mean that you shouldn't take your chance with the idea that you have. It just means that a lot of people say that you shouldn't time the market, but honestly, I think it's the best idea to give it the best educated guess that you can possibly give it with prior research to whatever you're doing. And a lot of entrepreneurs, they stress over their product being perfect, but honestly, it's more about whether your timing is perfect. If you put the right amount of research and you really know what the market is looking for, it will increase your chances of success in the long run. So most times, in most situations, you're either too early or again you're too late. And the best way to put this is that you can have an idea that the world isn't ready for quite yet because of things holding it back, such as maybe the world isn't having that problem as much as it would in the future, or it could be technological reasons. It could be a matter of reasons why it's not ready yet, or it could either be too late to where too many other businesses are doing what you're doing, even though yours might be slightly different. The market is already saturated and you're unable to reach people that actually need your services at that point. No matter how unique and how special they may seem or how good the idea sounds, at the end of the day, the market has to vote with their wallets to whether your business is successful or not. So let's start with small businesses and why most small businesses actually fail. It's because most small businesses aren't actually innovative. A lot of small businesses do make it because they're just barely making off the sales they're making, but they never actually reach those large numbers like most larger companies do, because they're already entering saturated spaces. Restaurant owners most times fail because there's already thousands of restaurants. Most nail salons fails because there's already tons of nail salons. It's hard to compete when you have so much competition, and it's hard to stick out, and most people just don't have the funds to keep up with marketing and getting their services out there. It's literally the same thing when it comes to large businesses as well. Tech startups, things like that, they either enter a already saturated market to where even though they have tons of funding and everything else is perfect, they may not be able to, you only have a set amount of people in the world that you can market to. And if one business is already taking control of that market, it's really, really difficult to compete with that most times. And even though a lot of tech startups, they believe in their idea that it can be the future, it can also be too early to where, like I said earlier, the world isn't quite ready for what you're doing quite yet. And it's honestly better to be too early than it is to be too late, because you can always, hang on until the world is ready for your idea and you're automatically first. Or in the case of when you're too late, it's 10 times harder to deal with people that you're competing against. You have to battle for the attention, and that's always, you always have to put in more work to battle rather than wait on the sidelines for people to recognize you. And then there's those situations to where the person who was second or third comes out as the top performer, and those situations like Google and Yelp to where they weren't the first, but they're dominating the market right now. And sometimes this works because you can always see the mistakes of what the first person did, or maybe the first company to do it didn't have the resources or the funds that you had to make it happen. And in those specific situations, being first is not always the best. But if you're ready and prepared before you even take off with your product, you can always you could be first and make it work. But if you're not quite prepared for the market, you're not quite ready for what's about to happen, sometimes you can often fall short when you're being first, because that allows other competitors to see what you're doing and take control of what you're doing and scale it much faster, and they end up being the top performers. Unfortunately, for a large amount of entrepreneurs, we spend so much time trying to perfect our product and our marketing that we end up lacking in the most important factor, which is the timing of what we're trying to create in the first place. You can have the best product or service, and if the world doesn't need it, people just don't need it. It's pointless at that point. And the fact is that the thing that most entrepreneurs do is that we create something, and when it's not working, we end up thinking that, oh, maybe it's our website, maybe it's our marketing, maybe it's our pricing. We change all of these different variables to only end up in the same spot that we started in, which is the fact that we didn't spend enough time doing our research on the timing and whether the market needed it or not. So I definitely highly recommend, if you're starting a business or you're already in business and you're trying to push, you're trying to hustle, and you're trying to do all these things, definitely look into the timing of what you're doing in the first place. I highly recommend, before you keep just moving forward. Moving forward is always a great thing, but sometimes you have to take a step back and look at, does the world really need this? Is the market too saturated? Am I too early? Am I too late? There's so many different factors of timing that entrepreneurs have to look into that we just lack looking into, because we're not told these things. There's nowhere to learn these things, so we end up only discovering this after we've failed maybe 3 or 4 times, then we start to realize these things. This is something I definitely wish I knew as an entrepreneur, but that's the point of learning. You just have to take what you've learned and move forward to get to the end goal of what you're trying to produce. But if you are looking to start a business and move forward with your idea, I highly recommend putting more time into looking into the timing rather than the product and the marketing, because that can make the huge difference between whether you're successful or whether you're going to fail, or if you're actually going to move forward with the idea and put the time and the resources into something that the market may or may not need, or if you're going to move forward with something that you believe that the world needs even more than the idea you had before. It's definitely something that entrepreneurs have to juggle most of the time. So I hope you guys got a tremendous amount of value out of this video. I highly recommend doing more research on the timing of the market before you end up putting the time and effort into something that the market may or may not need. This is definitely the most important fact of any business, and definitely if you're looking to move forward with a business idea, I highly recommend just putting the time, putting the energy into looking into this before you even try to build or produce a product. So I'll see you guys next time in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one.